Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Crusader Kings 2 Fall of the Western Roman Empire campaign. So it's been a little while, but as I recall, at the end of last episode, we discussed going ahead and declaring war on the Eastern Roman Empire in order to preserve our claim on it that Vicar Remus currently has. Unfortunately for us, it is a weak claim, and therefore, unless we go to war with them at some point over it, it will not pass on to our heir. So, I think this is going to be the time where we go ahead and do that. Now, the only reason I am willing to do it now is because our troops are pretty well recovered at this point. So, we have 2/3 of our total from our domains, so 4,000 out of 6,000. Our vassals are almost up to their full 71. They're at about 6,600, and I believe our legion is pretty much fully recovered as well. So we're about as strong as we are ever going to be, give or take, like 2,000 men. On the other hand, the Eastern Roman Empire is currently fighting against a fairly large revolt that's occupying this whole area here, and this area. So I think they've got their hands a little bit full. My hope is to just declare war and then immediately offer a white peace that they will accept. I don't really have any intent to go ahead and conquer them, because right now I don't want to have to worry about managing that much land. I'm far more concerned with trying to reestablish the Western Empire, which we are still a ways off of. And unfortunately, we can't really take any further strides in that direction right now, because any war that we declare on this small archbishopric up here or this small archbishopric down here is going to draw in several other people as part of a defensive pact. So we can't finish taking this, part of the peninsula or up here in the Alps, which we need in order to, get closer to reforming the West. And if we were to declare war on the Vandals, it would cost me 500 gold and 500 prestige, which at the moment I don't have. I have plenty of prestige, but I do not have enough gold to not only declare this war, but to pay for armies while we fight it. And then, of course, we're going to be drawing in that defensive pact as well. So we kind of need to lay low on that front until the defensive pact kind of falls off. But one thing we can do, again, is declare war over here. It's not going to cost us anything, because this is just a claim that we already have. It's not a conquest or anything like that. And nobody is going to help them because they're in a similar position as us. Nobody wants to, help the big guys. They want to protect each other as small little kingdoms. And so if we are able to push the white peace through immediately, it's going to cost me 100 prestige, but ultimately I don't really care about that. I just want to make sure that I'm preserving this claim, and so paying 100 prestige to do that is a bargain as far as I'm concerned. But there's a good chance that they'll refuse. So I need to be ready to win this war if necessary. I'd rather not have to. I'd rather push this off to later, but we'll see where they fall on that decision. So I guess there was no point in closing that. Let's just do it from the get-go here. I can't raise my armies until after I declare war anyways, so let's go ahead and do it. We'll declare war. What is happening with your... Oh, she's got a veil on. I was like, what happened to your wife's face? Declare war for the claim on the Eastern Roman Empire. We'll push it through. We are now at war. I'm immediately going to offer a white peace. He has no desire to accept that. I could surrender. I do not want to do that, however, so we're going to have to call up our troops and at least make him think again about drawing this out. So, let's see. First of all, we need to merge you two. We also need to call up our fleet there so that you guys can get in. And we'll drop you off. Well, since you're in a boat, it shouldn't take you too long to get to there. That makes the most sense to me. The rest of you are going to go ahead and march around the horn there to, let's get to here. I don't know where they're going to be pouring through from, but that's a pretty good place to try to hold them. Like these three. So we'll start with that. Let's merge you guys and put you here. We'll merge you. Merge you. Where are you headed? Let's... Yeah, that's fine. Let's get you there. And just keep everybody marching for now. Go there and we'll divvy you up when you arrive. I'm a bit concerned about... I'm just going to disband this one. I'm a bit concerned about the peninsula being undefended, because they could sail troops around. That's entirely possible, but we'll see what they decide to do. I'm hoping that they're just going to be a little bit too preoccupied to even do anything, and we won't necessarily need to even bother fighting them. Again, that would be the ideal situation, but I can't count on that. I'm going to keep offering the white piece every so often, though. Or at least checking on it. It says it's indecisive, but I don't know what's going to change that in his mind. Because a white piece, sort of by definition, is indecisive. Please don't kill people. It just makes things harder on me. No, I'm not going to listen. He might... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright, let's merge you guys together. You know what? I'm going to be a little bit bold here. Let's step a toe into their territory. There's plenty of supply capacity there. And unfortunately, that's going to have to be a lengthy siege. We're not going to be able to take that quickly. But my hope is that getting a little bit of war score on our side might change their opinion and make them willing to accept the white piece. Even if it's just a minimal amount. Oh, we can cross here. That's convenient. Yeah, go meet up with them, but be very cautious. And we'll see how this goes. I'm a bit wary about this, though, because potentially they could march up on us with a massive army right now, and we'd have very little warning. So I need to be really vigilant here and make sure that if they decide to do something like that, I get my troops the hell out of there, and we consolidate somewhere that we can hold. For now, let's get everybody down here. At least we only have to hold a 2 wide position rather than like a 3 wide up here. And the troop capacity in those provinces is fine. Oh, the defenders are going to hold out a little bit longer there. Who are you trying to kidnap? Maybe just don't do that. Especially since you're a priest. A lot of kidnapping. Whoa. Kidnapping epidemic. Okay, non-aggression pact dissolved. Alright, come on. There we go. Let's get you merged. Let's get you merged. It looks like their forces are maybe a bit preoccupied. Still, this is taking quite a while. You're headed there. Let's get this whole group. I'm slowing them down by doing that, but I want them all going here. And we'll have 2 pretty decent sized forces by the end of this. Okay, so one large chunk has arrived there. I'm going to go ahead and merge this group. And as soon as they win this, I'm going to go ahead and offer that white piece again. And basically just keep doing that over and over until they accept. But ideally, I don't want to have to defeat the Eastern Roman Empire right now. That would be quite the undertaking. It would take us probably upwards of 10 episodes to do that, because accumulating war score in a war like this is going to be incredibly tedious to do. Okay, that guy came of age. It looks like I'm his heir, so if anything happens to him, it just falls right back to me. We'll end that plot. And let's see, I've got almost 5,000 men there. Let's divide this up. So you're going to be about 4. Give me this force. You go there, and then the rest of you. That's not what I wanted, but okay. Fine, go here. And we'll just have one main force and one secondary force. I was trying to send the Legion here and then the rest of the troops here, but I clicked the wrong thing and then merged them, and that was the end of that. How is your siege coming? Actually, pretty well. Not what I intended to do there either. Merge. You're almost there. If they get there before the siege ends, we can assault it, maybe. I don't know if it's even worth it. We do outnumber them almost 10 to 1. Basically 9 to 1, so... Interesting. Should I be worried about this? Do I have any association with this? Not that I'm aware of. Okay. I'm not going to concern myself with it then. And I think I'll spare myself the losses and just kind of wait this out. I'll be patient, even though it's difficult. Okay, there's victory. That gave us 4%. Taking some people hostage. So, will they be enough leverage? Let's see. Just a white piece is all I want. And he's willing to accept that. Okay, perfect. So, there we go. I'm going to offer that over. In the meantime, let's start marching you home. So I can disband you as soon as you arrive. And that should preserve our claim for another generation. And we'll have to do that one more time, probably. And then white peace. Again, I lose 100 prestige, but it's really not that big a deal. Okay. Who are you again? Not really anybody of consequence. Got a lot of stuff here. Yeah, everybody that we captured is going to go free. I believe. They should go free. Let's disband you. We'll have to wait until you arrive. Let's see. Do I have a bunch of prisoners still? Actually, quite a few. Well, I will ransom whoever I can. It's only 10. It looks like she was worth more, right? No, they're both 10. I'm surprised, actually, that they weren't immediately freed with that war over. Okay, well, we'll wait and see. But I don't mind ransoming back everybody. We'll get you disbanded. He's going to pay that one. Okay, can we get him to pay a few more? It looks like it. Yeah, I don't know why it's letting me do that. Let's see. Should I allow that? I don't really care, to be honest. He looks a lot like Arimus. So, yeah, I can't really do much with him or his father because they're involved in the East. And so any land I gave him or anything like that, he could potentially leave with. So I don't want to do that. But I don't mind that marriage, so I'll allow it. Wait, was that matrilineal? No, okay. No, it was. Interesting. How'd they pull that off? Well, he is my vassal, so that's fine, I guess. I wonder, though, can I invite you back? No, because it's matrilineal. I can invite her. She's not going to do it, though, because she's in her father's court. So I probably should have looked into that one a little bit further, but oh well. Again, I couldn't do much with that character anyways. I was a bit limited, so maybe it's better that he's just gone and I can work around it. He's going to accept. Let's throw another ransom at him. We're going to clean this guy out. So, let's see, minor titles. Where am I at with commanders? Looks like I've got a full complement of them. Yeah, everybody, or every position is full, except for the insulting ones. And here we go. No, there we go. Sell you back. I don't recall where some of these other people are from. I believe they were the factions that were raiding us. I should probably just execute them, to be honest, but I'll have to see if I'm going to take any sort of penalty from that before I do it. What is this? Has inherited... Should I be familiar with this person? It looks like his brother just died. Interesting. Regulus. I don't remember Regulus. I think he's like a mayor of one of my provinces or something. But this guy's just taken over. And he's a pretty decent commander. So there's one more commander that I have access to. Let's actually see where this is. Oh, okay. So no, they actually hold a province. It said herbs, so I thought it was like a town. But I suppose not. Oh. Okay, apparently he was my steward. Somebody just assassinated my steward. He is far and away the best choice, but he doesn't like me very much. This guy likes me a little bit more, but he's not nearly as good. And that's even more true of this guy. 13 as well, and 42 opinion. Let's see if I can make him like me a bit more. I'll throw a bit of gold your way even, assuming it's... Oh, no, I won't. No, thank you. How much would they pay for you? 25. Oh, for your own freedom, I guess. And then, who are you again? Is anybody gonna care if I kill you? Alamania won't like me. I don't really care about that, to be honest, but he's not really a threat to me, so fine, go free. And let's see, who else do we have in a similar position? I'll free you as well. There's really no reason to do anything else. And that just leaves the priest, who we've tried to ransom to himself. Well, are you a decent commander? No, you're not really a threat then. If they're a really good character that could be used against us, I might kill them, but otherwise I don't see a point. It's just creating more enemies that we don't really need. So with a martial skill of 1, you're free to go. And that's pretty much it, except for the people that we need to sell back to our friends in the east. Okay, there we go. Let's ransom you. And it looks like you two don't have anybody willing to pay, so I'll probably just let you go. But I was able to make a nice little sum of money off of that. I'm nearly up to 500 gold. We need to be up at about 800 before I feel comfortable declaring a war of conquest. We'll see how soon we're able to make that happen. How is the non-aggression pact, or not the non-aggression pact, the defensive pact against us holding? There's still quite a few people that would come to their aid. So that's not viable. What about you? Yeah, same deal. I can't tell if those are just their allies or if there is still a substantial... we're at 44. Yeah, there's definitely a defensive pact against us. I'm not sure why declaring war on them was the exception, but... Oh, nice. Either way, obviously there's still a lot of people happy to come to somebody's aid if we attack them. I can't declare war on you. Why is that? Okay, so they're part of a Christian defensive pact against me. Okay, so I can't declare war on him because I don't have enough piety. I'm surprised it would do that, because generally it'll let you go into negative piety and you just have to suffer the consequences of that, but whatever. They are part of a defensive pact. That's all I was really interested in. And I assume, yeah, you guys are as well. So we're going to have to wait that out. That's going to really suck, actually. But in the meantime, we can speed things along a bit. And hope that we can just kind of cool off our threat level and get back to it. So, Prince Ufila is our son-in-law. They have 3 daughters now. Wow. Dominica. Sure. Dominica Nepos. Why not? Are you a genius? She's sickly. That's not good. Hilaria. Not a genius. And Caesaris is brave and zealous. I'm starting to think Princess Scantilla might fancy me. She doesn't have a husband. Make a move. Why not? You are still married, though. I do feel bad about that. But I definitely don't want any more legitimate children. Bastard children are fine. Sure. And if we end up having a really good bastard son, we can legitimize him. Oh, she's not interested. Okay, then. She actually would have been a decent pairing for our son had he lived. Obviously, he was already married, but she is a decent character and someone of fairly high standing. His wife, his former wife, was a really good character, but not really anyone of standing. And apparently she's already remarried. Oh well. Let's see. Fabricating claims. I'd prefer that not happen. So let's end that plot. Oh, can't do anything about it. Okay. I'm going to ignore that. Don't care about chieftesses, killing chieftesses. Let's see. That sounds like somebody who we might know. So we'll get rid of that one. Okay. So let's recap while we wait for our threat level to cool down. What we need to do in order to make this empire happen. So if we go to intrigue here, we have a couple of requirements. We need all the baronies under all 3 of those dioceses, and we have one of those complete. In order to complete the other 2, what we need is this bit of land here. So this archbishopric, which has 4 provinces in it, that will complete one of the dioceses. So that would be the latter of the 2 we need to finish. And then for the other one, we need the islands here as well as this archbishopric. So there's actually a lot more involved in that one. Once we've done that, we need to, let's see, rebuild the Circus Maximus, which is quite expensive, 1,500 gold. And then we need to reform the 8th Legion, which apparently it already exists, even though we haven't reformed it, so somebody has. I'm not going to argue that, although I am concerned that they could be using that Legion against us. Either way, we need to take those territories, rebuild the Circus Maximus, save up some money, which we can actually do in a reasonable amount of time. We started the episode with a little over, somewhere between 200 and 300, and we're over 700 now, so we're actually making lots of money. We just need to have a long period where we can save it, and we should have plenty. Let's clear all this out. Please don't do that. I can't tell him not to. Okay. Whatever. Kill to your heart's desire. I'm not going to worry about it. If you get caught, you get killed. So, yeah. We need this here, which again, part of the defensive pact, but those 4 provinces will be enough to complete that diocese. Then we need these 3 here. Same deal, defensive pact. And finally, this here. Now, these islands we can actually take pretty easily. Well, easy is not the right word, but quickly, because they all fall under the kingdom of the Vandals. And so if I do a reconquest of Italia, all of that falls under it. So it would be 1 war to claim all of that. These are going to be a little bit lengthier, unless I do a reconquest of those as well, but again, that's very expensive. So our options here, we can just reconquest Italia again there, and that'll give it to us, but that is 500 gold and 500 prestige for 3 provinces. So the other option is we can try to press this claim. It's only on that province there, though. It's not on the entire archbishopric. So that's less than ideal. And then unless I give her land elsewhere, she's going to leave our kingdom with it. So we don't want to do that necessarily. I also have de jure claims, but those have to be pressed individually. So I could try pressing a de jure claim on his holding in Salerno, and maybe unseating him from that could get him to accept the vassalization a little bit easier. I would be more inclined to try that before a reconquest, because this is free. We just need to make sure that he doesn't have any allies before we do it. And the same is true up here. So if we declare war on this guy, I should actually... This is a new person, so I should check. No, okay. So if I declare war, I have the same options. There is somebody who we could take one of them in their name. I can also do a reconquest, but again, 500 gold, 500 prestige. And finally, I have de jure claim on all of them. This is his seat of power and technically the capital of that area. So I could try to unseat him from there and see if they'd be a little bit more inclined to join me. If not, I'm going to have to go through one by one and wait for the truces to end, or save up enough money to just reconquest it. But any way you look at it, we're going to have to wait for the non-aggression, or the, defensive pacts to end first. So we've got a lot of waiting to do, unfortunately. So with that wrapped up, this seems to be a good place as any to end the episode. Feel free to weigh in on how you think we should handle all this, because obviously we want to be as efficient as possible in taking care of all these provinces we need, because I would really, really like to reform the Western Empire in the near future. Preferably, if not in his lifetime, then in the lifetime and reign of his daughter, because she will be taking over for him unless something happens. So I'd like for one of them to be able to found the empire, and then Maximus, her heir, assuming he ends up, inheriting, which isn't necessarily guaranteed, but assuming he does, having him go and start conquering into Europe and reclaiming some of the Western Empire's former territory, especially in what would be like Gaul and Hispania. So that's what I'd like to do. Obviously, that's an ambitious time frame or timetable, so we'll see how we're able to do that. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.